Yo, good evening, everybody. It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another little transfer news video for you with the latest goings on at Manchester United and also the latest news in general. So strap yourselves in. We've got some things to get into. Not that much, obviously, because let's face it, United are slow as fucking Slappy Maguire is at running in this transfer window, pretty much. We're fucking gash. But we'll get into what we've got. We'll get into all the latest news and goings on at this club in this video. Do us a big favour at the start of this show and smash that like button. Hey there, pal Marius, Oh Busy the Beast, Amy Evans as well, Slide Dog, Reaper King, Ghost 94. Ghost 98, Slide Dog, Kingslayer, everyone, thank you for joining us and getting in here. Man like Ryan, how you doing, bro? We've got some stuff to get into, my folks, so thank you very much for joining us. Do us a big favour at the start of the show, smash that like on this video, hit the old thumbs up, and also get yourself subscribed and in the chat as well. We want to hear your thoughts and opinions about everything we're discussing. Good evening, Eddie, Kieran, Slide Dog, Billy, Kingslayer, Ulf, Sleepster, Naz, NK Shooter, Stephen Carr. Sorry if I missed anybody, but welcome in, everyone. But we've got plenty to get into. So there are some reports coming from Spain, right, that United have pretty much submitted a new or are in the negotiations or about to submit a new offer. Some people stating perhaps we have submitted a new offer. So Gerard Romero over in Spain, Barca Insider, has basically suggested that Manchester United continues to raise the offer and that 70 million plus bonuses for the Dutchman is what is being bandied around here, and the club would still need convincing, to be fair, in order to sell him. We have a report from The Guardian as well that says that Manchester United are confident that Barcelona will lower Frankie de Jong's price. So, of course, we understood they were asking for around about 100 million euros. We've gone in early doors with a 60 million euros plus 10 million euros in add-ons deal, which they knocked back. So, by the way, guys, sorry, I got a fan directly on me. Smash a 1 if you can hear the fan. If not, smash a 2. Let me know if we're okay. But I've got a fan right on me because it's just absolutely melt-worthy at the moment. I feel like fucking Slappy Maguire's teammates right now. I'm just absolutely melting all over the place. It's just too hot. But anyway, so confident. So we're supposedly confident of the fact that Barcelona will be coming out. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Lots of 2s coming in the chat. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much. So you can't hear it. That's good. Okay, so United, could be offering around about £73 million. This is what is understood to be a figure that would be suitable for both parties in order to get the deal done. The asking price for Barcelona, though, is quite significant. I mean, it depends on really how much they're prepared to come down. But an initial offer was rejected last week from United, which was 60 million euros plus 10 in add-ons. So we'll see if this has got some legs. I mean, we do have an update from a couple of people here. Fabrizio Romano gave us an update a little while ago that says Manchester United and Barca still in direct contact for Frankie de Jong. The deal is still on. His salary will be really huge next season. This is the main problem for Barca. Wouldn't that be a problem for Manchester United as well? I mean, I suppose not, because we just had Paul Pogba going, a lot of these big-name players, Cavani, Mata, Matic, etc. So we have got a lot of surplus money there, which we were spending on wages anyway. But at the same time, do you really want to bring somebody on $350 a week? I don't know. But either way, it does say 60 million plus 10 bid turned down last week. Barca want 85 million euros. Frankie's still calm and waiting. So, there were reports that came out a few days ago that said they wanted 100. Maybe they've lowered their expectations now and lowered their hopes to around about 85 million euros in total, which is about 75 million pounds. I mean, it seems like there's a new negotiation that could be had here from between the two sides, guys. United obviously ready to table another bid. Some outlets suggest we have already tabled a 70 million bid. But, there's an expectation that this deal is progressing somewhat here and that they can basically reach either an agreement or a disagreement very, very soon. So this is what James Duggar from the Telegraph said. That he said that there's still a part in terms of the amounts of money that they're wanting. Of course, Man United are wanting to pay closer to 70 million euros. Barca are looking for at least 70 million pounds. There is a bit of a discrepancy there, but it says Manchester United and Barcelona remain about 20 million euros apart in their valuations of Frankie de Jong. United only club seriously in for him. Barca need to raise funds and ease wage bill. Eriksen interest is not tied to de Jong. United could sign Eriksen even if they get Frankie de Jong. So, guys, this is just more fucking absolute gashery from Man United, guys. You know what? I'm just sick and tired of talking about it, to be fair, folks. I would have thought by now we'd have been able to get a negotiation done. Look, it seems like things are progressing. Hopefully there's a bid, another bid, a strong bid that comes in from Manchester United. Some reports say we've tabled a bid. Other reports say we're about to table another bid. That's what we need to do. We need to get this deal wrapped up as soon as possible. It sounds quite exciting, though, guys, if we can get that agreement in place, because it should happen altogether pretty quickly once that agreement between the two clubs has been made. But then again, there's still the matter of terms and the amount of money that they would pay Frankie de Jong. Some outlets suggesting that it could be somewhere up to 350k, which is ridiculous, to be fair. So it really does depend on a bunch of different factors as well. They're going to have to be some sort of negotiations there. Some outlets reporting that the terms have already been agreed. I don't think that's the case at all. I think there's lots of negotiations still to take place behind the scenes here. And, but I don't think it would necessarily be an issue. If he is pushed out the door at Barca and they're looking to cash in, then he's going to come and play for us. Hey there, Sleepster. He says, Pig, how many signings do you think United will get this transfer window? Hey there, Bell691, you Don. Sleepster, I think in terms of the amount of players we'll bring in, it's got to be at least 4. So I'm going to say 4, mate. Now, that might be ambitious from me, but I look at the 6 players that have gone out in the summer, and I think, it'd be reasonable for us to get 4, maybe promote a couple of youth players as well to the first team setup. I'll ask the same question to the live chat. How many players do you think we are going to actually bring in this summer transfer window, folks, before it slams shut? Let us know what you guys think. I do think we'll get 4. But whether or not those 4 will be quality players, I don't know. A couple of them might just be free transfer merchants. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully one of them could be Christian Eriksen. That would be great. Hopefully one of them could be Frankie de Jong. And then we have I've been linked to players like Timber and Antony, which we'll get onto a little bit. 3 says Brave. Fire Up thinks we'll get 5. Naz says 4. 2 Max says Marco. Hey there, Andy Young. What's going on, mate? Yeah, well, we're going to get onto that in a little bit, my friend. Sher Myers thinks so as well. Jay King, Richard, Joe Snow. Everyone, they all think about 2 or 3, so a bit less than me, but fair play to you guys. Look, we should be doing plenty of business because we're so far behind and we're a debacle of a team. Hey, we got over 100 of you legends here. Do us a mad favor and give us a boost up there on the YouTube algorithm by smashing that like button, guys. Give us a little free thumbs up. That's all we ask. And share it around and subscribe. Nice one. And have your say in the chat with the legends, because we always dip in and out the live chat like we've just done to see your thoughts. Sphinx, who says, I don't want to expect much from the Glazers. They can disappoint the fans. You said it, mate. That is a massive understatement. They can shit on the fans is what I think you mean to say, man. Think about that David Moyes window when he first came in after Fergie. This is sort of shaping up a little bit like that early doors. Let's just hope we are able to get some good signings in soon. Because if not, we could miss out on all of our targets and just end up scratching around come the end of the window. Bring back Marouane Fellaini for Pete's sake. You know what I mean? So let's be careful. Let's be careful with how we approach this window. We've got to get these players in very, very early. But there's the update from James Ducker there as well. And then also the Gerard Romero said that Manchester United continues to raise the offer, 70 million plus bonus for the Dutchman. So insinuating that Manchester United have indeed already increased an offer essentially and had at least some sort of verbal conversations or verbal bids. Or just some discussions about how much money they could realistically go to. So it does seem like there's an imminent second bid from Manchester United coming where we'll probably table an offer of around about £70 million. That is what's expected. So maybe a couple of add-ons, few million quid in add-ons as well, who knows. But let's just ask the chat once again, how much do you think United will pay for de Jong? What's your thoughts and opinions? I think, 70 million quid. 70 million quid. That's still a significant amount of money for them. They recouping a lot of money. Maybe it'll be a few million more, like 73, 75 mil a max. Hey, no worries, Adewale Adelaji. Oh, that's a shame, my friend. Well, keep trying, my man. You never know. Keep with hard work and perseverance comes rewards, my friend. Brave says 80 mil. Marco says 90 mil. Naz says 70 mil. You think we're going to pay someone like 90 or 100 million there? And Dwayne Dibbs says 100 mil. What the hell? 100 million for him. Surely we're not going to end up paying that amount for the guy. Steve-O says 73 mil. 70 mil says Madhouse. 73. No, oh, there he is. It's Zayn Miyassi, guys. What's going on? I haven't seen you for a little bit. Zayn Miyassi. What's up going on? He says, we got Vieira, Jesus, Tielemans. Put that in your pipe, Piggy, and smoke that, says Zayn Miyassi. Do you know what, Zayn? All I got from that was that you're talking out of your assy. That's all I got from it, mate. But, no, fair enough. Look, Okay, you have got Vieira. You have got you have got. You looks like you're getting these other guys as well. You know what? Tielemans isn't done yet, mate. No, that's not advanced stage yet. You know what pisses me off about this though is that we should be going in for that Tielemans guy. He's tailor-made for Manchester United to play alongside somebody like Frankie De Jong or or a more defensive-minded player as well if we were to sign a CDM. We're fucking bottle merchants. Are we seriously going to let Tielemans go to Arsenal holders and not even have a go when he's not got too long left on his contract and wants to leave? It's not like Arsenal holders have Champions League football to offer him and we don't. They're a bunch of fucking bottle jobs too. They don't have Champions League football to offer this guy. So what is the benefit of him going to Arsenal over Manchester United? United should be trying to do business for that guy in all seriousness. It pisses me off, mate. And at the moment, the only team that is looking likely to do any business for him is being strongly linked to Tielemans is indeed Arsenal. I think it's a fucking shit show, mate. So you bring up a good point, Zane. I mean, look, I'm not laughing, to be fair, Zane. I'm not laughing. All I can say is that, my club, our club is run by a bunch of fucking shithouses. And that is why, that's why we're seeing such slow activity in this transfer window, because they're just incapable. I think that's the key word here. They're actually incapable. They're incompetent to get the job done. We've seen it many times over the years. I mean, crikey, we thought Ed Woodward was bad. I mean, this is a bloody poxy start for that we've seen over at the moment with the recruitment process that's taking place. I personally think that United is in a bit of trouble right now, and we have to, of course, just get the deals in and get the money paid and get these players in to a degree this month. So, I would love to say, yeah. You know what? No, with Jesus, though, I think he's just another Lacazette, mate. Lack of threat up there for you, bro. That's what I personally think. He's not going to get you 20-plus league goals a season, my son. And yeah, Tielemans is a really good player, but that's not done and dusted just yet, is it? So, okay, fair enough, saying giving it the bitty big bollocks. Hey, Mark Harris, what's going on, bro? He says, De Jong, the new chopper in my Peugeot boot. Get out. Crikey, Mark Harris, thank you so much. De Jong, get out the boot and come to Manchester. Hey, Mark Harris, can we please, everybody get a sue in the chat there for Mark Harris? Thank you very much for that, boss. And Zayn Miasi's got another 4.49 super chat. It says the Arteta revolution and London. That's why he's coming. Says Zayn Miasi. London's a shithole, Zayn. But also fair enough. But the Arteta revolution, right? What sort of revolution is that, dude? Do you mean revolution in the sense that you're revolving and you're starting from this point, which is in the gutter, and you've revolved in a big fucking circle all the way round, and that's one revolution, and you've got back to the fucking same place you've been started at, mate? Is that what you mean? I don't know, but either way, I don't see the revolution, my son. Just literally about 2 months ago, Zane, you were baying for his blood, lad. You were wanting Arteta out. So, fickle minds and all that. Hey, Liam H with another super chat here, my son. Thank you so much for the 9.99 super chat there, Liam H. That's going to sue in there. Thank you. He says, Rush said it. The more we change, we stay the same, says Liam H. Hey, there you go, Liam H. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Interesting. That's pretty much what I was just pretty much saying about Arteta's Arsenal there, mate. Revolving into a complete same old bag of shite. And if we're not careful, it's going to be what's happened to United as well, unfortunately, because we are down there at the moment in that sort of spell. So anyway, enough about Arsenal Hollands. I couldn't give a toss, to be honest with you, Zane. I mean, okay, if you do get those players, fair play. That's a decent window for you. Manchester United are lagging behind. We're actually aiming quite high, though, at the moment with the likes of De Jong. If we can get that deal done, that'd be a great bit of business for us. And, of course, for Ten Hag, if he wants to play a certain way, he wants to get that guy in that's going to do the business for him, then it makes a lot of sense. Oh, dudes. Hey there, Alex. What's going on, mate? Welcome in, dude. Hey, thank you so much, Liam H. And thank you to Mark Harris for another super chat here, getting in there with his thoughts. He says, Zane's living rent-free in P45 land. Arteta in trouble. Mate, it's funny, isn't it? Let's get a hashtag Arteta in. I'm not worried about Arteta at Arsenal. He has done okay this season. He spent 150 million this summer and he about achieved his objective, which is to improve upon where they finished last season, really. I mean, I still think they'll be disappointed, obviously, not to get the Champions League football. Marco says, is Ahmad getting to play? Thank you, Marky Harris. Is Ahmad getting to play? I mean, depends who we sign, doesn't it? If we do end up getting a player like, say, Antony in, then that will mean we'll have Rashford, Martial, and Langer, and of course Sancho, and a lot of wide players to choose from. So whether or not Ahmad Diallo would get much game time, if that's the scenario, I don't think he personally would. So I don't know. It depends who we bring in as well. Arteta out, says Kieran. Hello there, Dizzy Red Devil. I hope you're doing good, my friend, as well. Arteta resolution, says Dutch Christ more like. Indeed. This is it. I personally don't think he's a great coach. I think he'll probably do okay with Arsenal next season, but I don't even want to talk about the Arsenal Hollands. Zamiassi, pipe down, lad, pipe down. But anyway, we will see who's got who at the end of June. Arsenal are a bottle club when it comes to signing players as well. Let's not forget that they are. Right. Okay, so a few little things to get into, folks, as well in regards to De Jong. Let me just cover this. So we're expected to make a second offer. May even be around about 70 million euros plus add-ons, somewhere totaling around about 70 million pounds it could be as well, total. And that they're pretty confident that Barcelona will lower the amount of money that they want. Jamie Jackson reporting that they're looking for around about 85 million euros as well. So, if they want 85 million euros and we want to pay 70, somewhere can be met in the middle there, surely. I think it's down to the crunch time. The important thing here, folks, is that there probably will be a second bid coming from United. We know we've already had one rejected. There will be a second bid coming, and then really that is more or less going to probably be the sort of climax of those negotiations, you would think. Either it's going to be a deal on the table that can be agreed, or we'll simply have to walk away, or Barca will reject us if we're not prepared to go any higher, or we'll have to just pay the money. Those are the options. So there's still a way that this deal cannot get done, but it's edging just a little bit closer, it seems. Seems like United are going to increase their offer for a second time for a bid, and Barcelona may be prepared to accept a lower offer than the initial 100 million euros they were looking for, and then secondary around about 85 million euros they're still looking for, and they might be able to somehow reach an agreement. Thank you, Mark Harris, for another super chat. They're all coming in. He says, thank you so much there, Mark. Hope you're good tonight, bud. Thank you, Mark. He says, all this focus on De Jong. Man United need 8 players in all areas. What the fuck is going on? Shaggy in. Yeah, respect to Shaggy. Shaggy? Who's next? That's kind of how we feel right now, yeah. I mean, I wonder what's going to happen. We'll probably end up signing about 5 or 6 players, and then you just pull their faces off, and it's just a bunch of fucking Kettering Town players underneath them, mate. A la Scooby-Doo. But no, Mark Harris, fair play to you. I do think that you're right. We do need a lot of top players. We do need a lot of signings. We've seen 6 players go out. We haven't strengthened at all so far. Really, we needed to strengthen anyway, even if we had kept all of those 6 players. So we are definitely in a state of affairs here, my son, and we do need to sign a lot of players. Will United have the bottle to do it? Probably not, mate, but we'll see. Thank you so much, Mark Harris, you legend, mate. Let's get another sue in the chat there for this guy. Mr. Harris getting in it absolutely ham. Zayn Miassi piping up again. Goodness me. Can we get a poo-poo emoji in the live chat, please, to represent Arsenal, please, guys? Zayn Miassi says, and we're getting Sterling and maybe Lewandowski as we have 200 million budget. You fucking what, Zayn Miassi? Smoking on that good stuff tonight, my son. Fuck off. Lewandowski, mate. Okay, nice one. Sterling, maybe 200 million budget. All right, okay. You could have a 2 billion budget and you still wouldn't get Lewandowski, mate. He would never end up going to you shithouses, pal. So, but that's made me laugh. Thank you very much, Zane. I appreciate the banter. I appreciate the sheer lies and the banter. Do you know what I mean? Aaron, you legend. Thank you. He says, hit that like button for the pig. Thank you very much there, Aaron. I appreciate that. Guys, we're nearly at 100 likes, actually. Do you know what? Actually, we're not. Yes, we are. Sorry, I just refreshed it. We're at 94. We're nearly at 100 likes. So everyone, take a second to smash that thumbs up button and support the show. Nice. Cheers. Top man there, Aaron, mate. I appreciate that, bud. What was I going to say? So yes, I mean, I don't see Lewandowski going anywhere near Arsenal with a shitty stick, bro. That's just the reality. Hey, thank you there, the Disableist82, for subscribing to the channel. If you're new, do what he's done and hit that subscribe also. But no, I can't see anybody really of that caliber going to Arsenal at this moment in time. To be fair, you do fantastically well to get a player like Tielemans, who is understood would only really want to leave a club like Leicester, of course, if he's going to go and get some Champions League football, which Arsenal Hollands can't provide, mate. So really, if you could pull off a player like that, and even Gabriel Jesus, who's just come from, of course, the Champions City, to sign a player like that would be decent. I could see maybe Raheem Sterling being a possibility as well, but it's almost like they're going to Arsenal as a second-rate retirement home place, mate, sort of thing. Marky Harris with another one. He says Ted Lewandowski works in Andy's kebab shop, Haringey. Pretty much. Nice one there, my son. Thank you very much for that one. Can we get another sue in the chat there for Mr. Harris? Thank you very much, dude. Ryan Clark says, hello, I'm from Barnsley. Oh, unfortunate, lad. That's a shame. Hey, no worries, bud. Thank you for getting him. I know you're only joking. We've got a highlighted member comment from Vitinha. It's all going off. He says, by the 23rd, we'll have our buys in. I'm confident. Get in there, Vuti. I love that optimism, mate. I think a little bit later. I'm going by the 7th of July. We'll have pretty much all our business done. Ready for the preseason tour to take place. That's my prediction there, Mr. Vitinha. By the way, can we get a hashtag 21 in the live chat there for Vitinha, who's been a member of this channel for literally 21 months now. I can't believe how that's flown by, but you're a legend, Vuti. Thanks for being a member and supporting the channel and being a moderator of this channel as well. Let's get some love hearts. Hashtag 21's in there. Let's get a fucking Atkins 21 in the live chat, my friends. Who the fuck is that guy? Let's get an Atkins 21 in the live chat there for Vitinha. Anyway, thank you for that, Vuti. Hey, Lynette Giggs as well. Great to see you also. So, guys, it seems that there's still a little bit of a valuation apart. You know, we had an offer rejected. United may make a second bid, which is around about maybe £70 million altogether. So, an understanding of about £60 million up front, and then about £10 million later. That is potentially a total. Some outlets reporting that it may just be a total of, 70 million euros, but with a bunch of add-ons extra. So, we'll have to see. But hopefully Manchester United can get some sort of a deal done. Otherwise, they'll pretty much be prepared to walk away. I don't think they'll pay 100 million euros for this guy if that's what they want. And also, just on Barcelona. So Barcelona are reportedly preparing another official, an official offer. You know, an official offer for Robert Lewandowski as well. So some news has come out basically that, you know, they're readying to give it. You know, Fabrizio Romano has said that Barca are preparing a new official bid for Lewandowski and are hopeful of convincing Bayern to let him leave. The report basically says that there's already a verbal sort of agreement in terms of personal terms, and Barcelona president Joan Laporta has said that he's used his strong relationship with the striker's agent Pini Zahavi to place his team ahead of the queue. And basically, this guy is quite well favoured, obviously, by Barca. So if they can sell Frankie de Jong soon, that's where they can make an offer for Robert Lewandowski and get this guy in and sell a lot of shirts and score a lot of goals. And all the rest of it that he'll bring to the side for a couple of seasons. It's a bit of a restructuring for them, isn't it? They can get good money for a player who's sort of in their prime and young and still hungry and a really, really expensive asset, which is, of course, Frankie de Jong. And then they can go and get just a beast goal scorer here as well. They've already got some good young talents coming through that midfield as well. So it would, it does make a bit of sense. I mean, trust me, I'm sick of talking about this now, folks. I would have thought this would have been wrapped up quite a long time ago now. And it's now 7 days to the transfer window open. We're still talking about United being able to reach an agreement with fucking Barcelona for this deal. It's pathetic, isn't it? I mean, hashtag Glazers out for a start. I don't even want to make it about that again because I'm just sick and tired of talking about those tossers. But seriously, hashtag Glazers out. This is a debacle. Already, we should have been the club that's gone out there and fucking signed half a squad of players by now because of how far we're behind. So it's quite shocking and how slow and pathetic we are in the transfer window right now. It's very, very disconcerting. Nice one. There is the member. Nice one. Thank you, Aaron. There is the member link there. Thank you very much for putting that in the chat. Appreciate that one, Aaron. Nice one, boss. If anybody wants the link, I don't know if somebody's just asked for it, but there it is. I'll pin it to the top. Thank you very much to all the members of this channel, by the way, support the show. Daryl says, hashtag Glazers out. Naz says, hashtag Glazers out. Thank you, Amit, Dizzy, and everybody as well. You're so right, though, Marco. Transfers of a snail pace, stadium repairs of a snail pace. Anything that United do seems to be very slow. Even our captain's a bloody snail pace player. Do you know what I mean? We're just slow. He's the epitome of what we represent right now. Slow in every department. Okay, but Barcelona readying another bid themselves for Robert Lewandowski, it seems, as United look to prepare to have another bid for de Jong. So that's pretty much the de Jong stuff, guys. I mean, just quickly, Vitinha. So we were linked previously. We talked about it briefly a few days ago about Vitinha being linked to Manchester United and lots of different reports. I mean, Jonathan Schrager, lots of different outlets saying we had this interest in Vitinha. Well, it looks like he's going to PSG, guys. So, let's have a look at this. So this guy, look at this. Fabrizio Romano gave us an update a little while ago and said, Vitinha deal, Paris Saint-Germain are closing on final details with Porto after agreement on personal terms with Vitinha and his agents. Manchester United have never been interested in Vitinha. No bid, no talks, and not mentioned internally by Eric Ten Hag. So, there you go, guys. Pretty definitive stuff. He's not going to United. He's going to PSG. So, any of those channels or anything that was reporting Vitinha, to United as a real major target, look like a bit of tits now, don't they? But there you go. But Vitinha is an option. Vitinha is an option, of course, for was an option for us apparently anyway. But it doesn't seem like Manchester United were in for him, and he's going to be going to PSG. So there you go. I mean, that's what it seems like. That's what we're hearing anyway. There's reports that's come out that said that. From Fab, like we saw on Twitter earlier. So it does seem like he's going to PSG, guys. They've cashed in. It's around about, I think, 35 million euros plus 5 million euros in add-ons. Or is that Vieira, actually? Maybe I'm getting confused with some of the V players that have had transfers done recently. But either way, it seems like there'll be a deal done for this guy. United not that strongly linked with him. Of course, we're more strongly linked with players that play for Eric, or that have played for Eric Ten Hag previously, such as Jong, and also, of course, and Timber. And of course, Antony. Now, we've got a couple of bits of information about both of these guys, which I'm going to get into now. And, it's not that great of information, in all fairness, guys. Oh, I've got a bloody pube or something in my mouth. Not a pube, actually, but a hair. So basically, there's some reports that came out earlier on today. Now, it may just be hearsay, BS sort of stuff. But Miguel Delaney of The Independent basically suggested that Spurs are more than interested in Antony now as well. So that Manchester United were, of course, one of the only teams that's been properly mentioned as being a link to this guy. But now, reportedly, Spurs are also interested in him. So, I mean, I don't know if that's... I personally don't think there's much strong basis behind that story, but there was a story that came out about that, so I just thought I'd mention it. And then in regards to and Timber, there's also some reports that come out that suggest that and Timber is strongly considering staying at Ajax for another year. So just to let you know the rundown on him. So United, it's not exactly... We haven't really exactly tried to do the business very well there in terms of and Timber. We are understood to have been working, but, I mean, we've got a report from Fab that says Ajax have, not received... and not yet received an official proposal from Man United for and Timber, and United are still deciding internally who they want to get in at centre-back. So there's some mentions of people like Pau Torres as well, and Ajax are looking for a reported around about 45 to 50 million euros for Timber as well, which is maybe putting United off a bit because we've got strengthened so many different areas of the team. So it seems like previously we've been talking about Pau Torres. He might want to come to Manchester United. Who knows? The thing is with both of those players is they're playing in, Premier competitions in Europe, right? And they're both reasonably young. They're both getting a lot of game time. They're both developing well. Now, if they both came into Manchester United, could you say the same? Well, they would not be playing in Europe's Premier competition. Where did Villarreal actually finish this season? Are they even in the Champions League next season? Because I just can't even remember now. But they're obviously just in it previously. But... I don't know if they qualified this season, actually, now you mention it. Don't think they are. So there you go. That's quite a positive in the sense that, that would make a difference. But in regards to, Timber, well, he's going to have Champions League football there. He said it himself. He was quoted as when he was on international duty with the Netherlands about 10 days ago as saying he understands that his development at Ajax is going good, and he's 20 and he's playing a lot of games. He's getting a lot of game time. He's playing in a good league and he's playing against top teams in the Champions League and developing and actually getting lots of games and playing all over the place. And he played 7 times at right back and all the rest in the centre back. He's literally been a stalwart for them in the season. So from that point of view, it seems like there are reports that have come out that and Timbers maybe it's broken down a little bit there because of the role or the offer that Manchester United have made. So in terms of the types of sort of terms or squad role that he may have, it depends, doesn't it? He would be better off staying at Ajax if he's only going to be used as a bit part player at United. If he's going to play second fiddle to Harry Maguire, then he might as well stay at Ajax. That's where I'd look at it from him. Fair enough. If Timber is going to be coming in and playing alongside Varane or even playing at right back regularly, and you're paying him more money than he's getting at Ajax, and, there's the future possibility of us playing the Champions League, I think this guy would want to come in. But it seems like maybe the initial conversations that's been had has not been the most positive in the sense that, well, they want quite a lot of money for him, but also Manchester United maybe because of his age and is the fact he hasn't been in the Premier League as well, can't necessarily give him such big assurances right now. Or maybe they've offered him a certain, role in the squad, which is a decent sort of role. But essentially he can have a better role in the squad at Ajax, which is playing in the Champions League, playing regularly in the Eredivisie. So, but as we know of right now, Ajax have not received an official proposal from Manchester United. And we have a report from Jonathan Schrager this afternoon as well that said United talks with and Timber broke down during the process of working on personal terms. Talks are presently stalled, but not ended. So this is just really shite news, guys. Exactly, yeah, Nick Knack says also Ajax are in the Champions League. Precisely. They're in the Champions League. They can offer him elite competition, and they had a good run in the Champions League, didn't they, this season? Not bad anyway. I think they obviously got out of the group stage, and then I think was it the first knockout round they got out, or the second knockout round? I can't remember, but they did okay, and they did really well in the group stage. And he's playing games, he's getting those that education, he's getting those that experience. And if he comes to United, he's not going to have that same level of experience. He might even be playing a lesser role in this squad as well. Probably would be. Probably more of a bit part role. Which, from that point of view, you can understand why he might want to stay at Ajax. I'm sorry to say, but United is not the United of under Fergie. This is not a Goliath of a football club right now. It might be in terms of the size of it, from a commercial point of view, from a supporter's point of view, how big it is, that size. But in every other department, it's not a Goliath right now where we can just command that sort of, that sort of respect and that sort of, that undeniable allure from players to come and play for us, because we're in the Europa League. We've been on a downward turn for years now. We've got a new manager coming in. Even though this guy's worked with him, that's going to be a big pull for him. But even with that, it's like, unless you're going to be given 100% game time, you'll be playing in essentially, a lesser role in the squad where you're not even playing the Champions League. So if you are during time, you strongly consider staying. But in all fairness, I personally just think that it's frustrating. It just goes to show you that United are such a debacle in the window, and it's very frustrating how we are so slow to be able to get any deals done. Even for young players, even for 20-year-old kids, we can't seem to get deals done very rapidly with teams that we have good relationships with. I mean, we've got Edwin van der Sar over there at Ajax. Just get on the blow with it, Edwin. Make it right. They of course want to be rewarded for producing this talent and for selling this talent, who, if they didn't sell him, he'd be a fantastic player for them for years to come. And if they hold on to him, his asset is only appreciating in value. Next summer, he'll be worth even more, I'm sure, if he continues at the rate he's going, if he stayed. And also, all the other clubs in top European football would be alerted and want to come. So from United's point of view, you should have acted much quicker on this, because you don't want to miss out on a really good young player who you could just easily get if you weren't such a bunch of slow, Slabby Maguire snail pace merchants in the window. It's really frustrating, isn't it? So, hashtag Glazers out, all those shithouses out. Nice, 268 legends watching, guys. Thank you for all your comments here. Pogo says, my concern is the dead wood we still have on our books. Why the fuck can't we get rid, says Pogo Gamer. Well, that's it. They're on too much money, mate. We give them too much too soon and nobody wants them. Nobody wants to pay Marcy 180k a week or Phil Jones 100k a week, mate. Ain't going to happen. So it doesn't represent good value for teams. Right, okay, so things have hopefully not completely broken down in regards to a deal for Antony and Timber, but it does seem like, well, it's stalled a little bit there. There's some sort of dispute in terms of how far they are apart in terms of figures, and also maybe there's a dispute with Antony and Timber's actual role within the squad as well, which is a shame, because I think that we could do with getting a really good player in there. But maybe if we didn't get him, we would maybe go and look towards getting a player like perhaps Pau Torres. To me, Maguire's not the one, but it seems like Harry Maguire probably will be used by Ten Hag. I mean, we've actually got a report from Jamie Jackson here as well that says that Eric Ten Hag is intent that he can help Harry Maguire and Rafael Varane, his first choice central defensive pairing, return a better campaign after each struggle last season, and is content with Victor Lindelof's competition so far. I mean, I hope that's not the case, and I think it's probably BS anyway. It sounds like BS to me, but I really hope that that's not the case, guys, and that he's really actually got faith in Maguire, because I don't think Maguire can do the business for us at all. I would definitely take, Pau Torres or even anybody other than Harry Maguire at this stage, to be fair. Give it Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to end of the season. Anybody, the Doris the Tea Lady, bring it on. Sooty and Sweep. Anyone will do. I would rather have a different centre-back pairing is what I'm saying. So please do get some business done for a centre-back. That's what we need to get in. I think it's pretty clear. What I like about Timber is he's a bit younger than Pau Torres, and he's also got that versatility, and he's a very quick and physical player. Let's have a little vote in the live chat, though, folks. So if United could only end up with one defensive option in this summer window, just let us know who it would be with a little vote for... oh, shit. Thank you so much there, Rush Bonner, for your £20 super chat, my son. You fucking legend. Did I read this? I don't think I did. Hang on, he says, this is the last chance saloon. Sorry, I just scrolled up and seen it, mate. This is the last... Thank you so much, Rush Bonner, for the super chat. He says, this is the last chance saloon for the Glazers. If they don't do what's required, the fans will protest every home and away game. Hashtag Glazers out. I hope you're right there, Rushman. I hope there would be a big backlash. And even if they do even if they do get 6 players, that should continue to be the way anyway. Because we'll never truly progress as a club until these toss bags are out this football club, mate, in my humble opinion. By the way, I'm just going to say it one more time, guys. Smash that subscribe button. Take a second to hit the red subscribe. That's the one that says subscribe. We're on here every night doing these streams. So give us the old subscribe and click the bell so you get notified when we post. We'll give you the no bullshit Man United news every single day as it comes in. What's up there, Robin? How you doing, boss? And Marco and ZX Flames and Johan van Angeren and Grizzly Bear and everyone else. Thanks for getting in. Get your thoughts and opinions in. We will have a Q&A at the end as well, but I've got a few more things to discuss. But yeah, Antony and Timber seems like that is just a little bit slow, but it needs to be discussed. It needs to be negotiated. A lot of you guys are saying that you'd rather Timber. So I can see Marco says Timber. Daryl says Timber. Scooby-Doo says Mark Harris. Ruggy. What's up there, Robin? Vinnie Jones says Grizzly Bear. Vinnie Jones Shadow. Timber is on fire. Baller for a defender, says Dutch Christ. Absolute mon. I agree with you there, sir. Jonathan says this window sums up our owners. Spot on. Hey there, Savulon. Thank you for the 3 little pigs in the live chat. I'm guessing that's like indicators for how many months it's going to take us to sign anyone. Ricardo Dos Santos, hope you're good as well. So lots of people saying Timber. Amy Evans says Timber as well. Good evening, Mark Harris, you slag. Okay, so United are understandably as well pushing for a young kid from Derby, Malcolm Eboué. So just, we've heard that name. He's a forward player, just a young option as well, maybe to bolster our attacking options as a real cheap backup. That is what is also being reported by some places, guys. Just thought I'd mention it. It's not very exciting, but it is what it is. And also, as I mentioned earlier, PSG have reached an agreement on personal terms with the Portuguese midfielder Vitinha. So he was a player that was linked to United, all just paper talk, all just, PR guff that's been coming out of the football club. But so United are looking to sign a couple of different players, like Vitinha, Eboué and De Jong, and potentially also Christian Eriksen. We know that we've had a bid in there for an offer on the table for a contract. So we'll have to see if we can maybe get any of these deals done. You might see if we could get De Jong and Christian Eriksen announced in a few days' time, well, that would be absolutely fantastic. I've still not got any faith in this recruitment team. I'll just put it out there now. Zero faith in them to get this Frankie De Jong deal over the line. They're a bunch of bottle merchants, guys, in all fairness. Look, they could get it done, I suppose, but its chances are it's going to take a little bit longer. We know what they're like with the negotiations and just trying to squeeze it down as much as possible. I'd like to think they can agree this very soon, but I've got no faith at all. I mean, I've got more faith in Harry Maguire as a centre-back than I do have for the Glazers recruitment team. Sorry, the Glazers and the owners and the board and the recruitment team have the ambition and the wherewithal and the ability to actually go and get these guys in that we need. So there you go. They're shite, guys. We won't get De Jong, says Marco. Exactly, says Wagasakram. It's boring, isn't it, Jonathan Gallagher? I agree, mate. Anthony's got big potential as well, Dutch Christ. It would be nice to bring that player in, of course, but again, United need to negotiate and get the deal done for him. That's also looking like there's not anything major concrete on the table for Antony. I mean, it's kind of a disgrace, really. We just sort of need to go for our targets and get them in immediately, really. There's no time for United to mess around this summer because, of course, pre-season is going to get underway. We have to have a squad of players sort of ready to go and settled for Ten Hag to begin work with and get us prepared for the season. That's the whole point of pre-season. What's the point of having a pre-season if you haven't got like 4 key signings that you should be getting in by that time? So they've got to be getting the business done in the next few weeks, most definitely. Right, okay, so also just a couple of little things I want to discuss here very quickly, folks. And then we'll get into, some other news. Let's just talk about Mason Greenwood for a second, guys. So there was a report that came out from Simon Stone of the BBC earlier, which said that Mason Greenwood's bail extension hearing will be held in private next Thursday. Greenwood's not been available for selection for Man United since his initial arrest at the end of Jan. So, this came out today. I just thought I'd better mention it because it is a bit of United news, of course. And, of course, Mason Greenwood was a key player for us. Chances are he's probably never going to play for Manchester United again. But I guess the outcome of some of these hearings and what's going to happen in regards to these investigations that have taken place, it's also going to impact what happens with his Manchester United career. Of course it is. So, if there's if there's a proof beyond doubt, and obviously he's tried, and if he's found guilty or whatever, these things. I mean, these are just hearings that they're having at this stage, so nothing of a trial or anything like that at this stage. But it's just there is an investigation that's taking place, and obviously what they'll do is they'll have a hearing to decide what is the appropriate course of action here, really. So I think that's what it's really to do with, guys. So in regards to Greenwood, he's potentially, going to find out his fate reasonably soon as to when, what's going to go ahead with, what's going to be gone ahead with in regards to legal proceedings, or, should I say criminal proceedings, if any. And I guess in due course, Manchester United will find out whether or not this player will ever play for Manchester United again. And my opinion is he probably won't. And even if he is actually found innocent, and this is what's, you can say rightly or wrongly, but of course, I mean, this is what's probably going to happen is even if he was to be found innocent, which stupid Samsung phone is making noises there. Anyway, but even if he was found innocent, I don't know if he would still be a Manchester United player. Honestly, who knows? Who knows, guys? Who actually knows? Do you think, let's ask the live chat, do you think that Mason Greenwood plays for Man United again? Yes or no? What do you think? What do you think, guys? That's a serious question. Like, will he play for Man United ever again? I don't think he will, no. And if what's obviously being put out there in terms of what we've heard, and if what's being labelled at him, and what's been the accusations that have been labelled at him, if they're true, of course, then nobody will want him to play for Manchester United again, ever again, no. So, Keshav says yes. Dizzy says no. The only thing that I would say is Aaron says no. Neves says Pogo. Lynette Gig thinks yes. Madhouse says yes. Boomhouse is innocent, yes. Guilty, no. Right, okay. The only thing I would say is there is a little thing called, innocent until proven guilty, right? And so in the court of law, in the eyes of the law, even if there's been a clip that has come out, an audio clip that has come out into the media, because there was a leak, obviously, was posted on her account, the victim's account, right? So the alleged victim's account, I should say, but the victim's account. So that was posted, and then it's gone out there into the ether, into the media, and in the public domain. And so therefore, these things, it's quite interesting, isn't it? Because if that wasn't the case, and these were just accusations that had taken place behind the scenes, or, there was an investigation behind the scenes, nobody would have heard that sort of thing. So it's because that's been out there that even if he was found innocent, it might even be a bit difficult to come back. But I personally do think that the Glazers are the sort of shithouses that they look at this asset, who's probably, let's face it, he was probably £100 million player before this happened, guys. Before this happened, he's a £100 million player, had all the potential in the world and all the qualities in the world. I mean, that finishing ability, the left foot, right foot, the lot. Great player, just to take it back to a footballing opinion for a moment, and absolutely everything. So it's like, from their asset point of view, will they be prepared to just cut their losses on this guy and get nothing for him and just terminate his deal? Will they? I mean, I don't really know, because let's face it, they are shithouses, guys. And but Alex says no, he won't. I don't think he'll play for us again either, to be fair. I mean, it's difficult to come back from it, even if he is actually cleared from a legal standpoint and found innocent, just because we do know that there is some audio that's come out, and that audio does not make the situation sound good, and it doesn't paint him in a good light at all. And let's say it how it is. It makes him sound like an absolute piece of shit, guys. So, that doesn't really bode well for a family club like Manchester United to do that. I mean, for his overall future beyond that, in my opinion, I could see him still playing football in the game. I don't think he'll necessarily get a job in this country, but I think that there's some, some countries definitely where they wouldn't care at all. They'll be like, yeah, oh yes, yeah, nice one. That's the norm. I'm just joking, but you know what I mean. Like, and so they'd be like, honestly, I'm just being honest though. There's some countries where it wouldn't be as much as an issue. That's just a reality. Society's different in certain places. So you can say I'm being silly by saying that, but that's actually true in my opinion. I think there's certain countries he could go and still be a professional footballer where they put that behind him pretty quickly. You know what I mean? So, so I think that there'll be certain teams that would be after him. I don't think that he'll stay in English football though, in my opinion. Dutch Christ says Greenwood was so young, so I'll possibly give him a chance, but they'll throw the book at him, says Dutch Christ. Well, I mean, if he is found to be guilty, then unfortunately, that's what absolutely should happen, mate. I'll have to throw the book thrown at him. If he's found to be guilty of what's been alleged and he's been accused of, then absolutely that should be the case. So it really does, it does depend on the legal proceedings and what this sort of investigation and what some of these hearings, etc., do actually uncover and what they do decide and what is the course of action. So if it turns out that, yes, they've got a good basis for there to be a criminal, prosecution that takes place essentially for this, then that will go in that direction. If there's no grounds or no serious, serious, what's the word I'm looking for here? I mean, there's evidence, but provable, you know what I mean? Like certain things like that, then they might not actually be able to progress with it in a certain way. So these are what these hearings are about to take place, whether or not they can actually, whether or not they can do it. There you go, Jonathan. I agree with you, mate. If he's guilty, terminate the contract. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more with you, my friend. Absolutely. Out of court settlement and back to United, says Madhouse. Do you think that's what happens, bud? I mean, it's possible. You've heard some things in the past with United, allegedly linked to doing some dodgy things. I mean, of course, well, for a start, there's that Ryan Giggs whole court injunction thing, which, where about him, I can't even remember what it was about now. Was it about him sleeping with Imogen Thomas? Or was it about him with that whole brother incident? I don't really know. But whatever it was, there was that. And then United got an injunction from the High Courts, I believe, for that case. And then in recent times, there's also been some recent reports as well. Just some dodgy stuff going on, guys. Aney Evans says termination for him and he won't be back, says Aney. Cypher says, Man United's like a talent agency that finds players with potential but let others sign that potential. Kind of seems like it. If we'd have gone for all of the players that we were strongly linked to that have turned out to be good players over the last few years, then yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, we could have quite easily gone and got, a player like, say, Ruben Dias, because he was heavily linked to Manchester United, but we just allowed him to go elsewhere. Even, Luis Diaz as well. He was heavily linked to Manchester United as well. Bunch of different players we could have gone for. We were just allowed to go elsewhere. Yeah, I think they're wasting time on De Jong. Don't underestimate our American. Yeah, fair play to I agree. Fair play, Wackas. Well, they're wasting time on him. Hopefully they get it done, so it will be time well spent in the end. But if he doesn't indeed sign for United, it will be completely egg on the face for the recruitment team, and they'll have to move on. It will just be like a wasted half a window, won't it? Yeah, the club is done anyway, says Mark Harris. I mean, with these owners, it's hard to really compete with the top clubs around here. Darwin, says Aney Evans. Exactly, Darwin Núñez is another one as well, yeah. So I've heard some reports that Darwin Núñez isn't even on that much money at Liverpool either. So it's just a sheer lack of ambition and a lack of wanting to spend from Manchester United also. But then again, look, do we want a player that's just coming for extra money anyway? But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that, folks, because it is obviously reasonably important for what we do in this window as well. I mean, I just can't see a world where Mason Greenwood just trots out and plays at Old Trafford anymore, guys. I just can't. It's of course, if he's found innocent though, then I suppose that's it. In the eyes of the law, if you're innocent, you're innocent, right? That's the whole point of having a justice system, is to decide whether you're innocent or not. But the only difference I said is that there is an audio clip that came out, and so the public has already heard perhaps the side of Mason Greenwood that we didn't know, because there's a clip, alleged clip, by the way. I need to say that because really, I'm just saying that's an audio clip, right? But it's not a very good audio clip, as it doesn't sound very, doesn't paint them in a very good light. Anyway, right, so I'm just going to do a quick rundown of what we discussed in this video, folks. And also, you have to remember as well, later, Batman Knight fan as well, later that he was actually arrested again. So he was further arrested on accusations of threats to kill. So what that makes me think, and maybe I'm just summarizing things here and drawing a conclusion in my own mind. So what that makes me think is that perhaps, well, they've uncovered something. They've uncovered some threats to kill. And that's basically what it makes me think. And so, therefore, they rearrested him, didn't they? So, look, it really doesn't paint him in a very good light, is what I'm saying. And Craig says, Craig Warby says, Greenwood is guilty in the public conscience. They won't have him anywhere near the club. Bad for business. Yeah, very interesting comment. I think you're probably right, mate. That's it. The public jury's already decided, mate, sadly. Rightly or wrongly. Marky Harris, thank you for the $2 super chat again. He says, without signings, this club will struggle for 10th, says Mark Harris. Definitely, mate. With those melters going out And then again, if we played our youth players, we probably couldn't do any worse than last season, you know? Well, we could, couldn't we? We could, couldn't we? That's the problem, I agree, with how bad the squad was last season. Unless we, like, replenish, like, half the team, half the first team squad and improve that, we'll just be the same old shit next year. Nanette says, true, Barca are playing United, hence delaying our plans. That's right, exactly, yeah. They're also playing Bayern a little bit too. Nice one, Rashmano. He says, we got 176 likes. Guys, we've got 286 watching. We can get to 200, can't we? Smash that thumbs up button. Help us out. Helps us compete with the clickbait merchants and the corporations, the company channels, etc. So if you want to help out an independent channel like this one, then please do just smash that like button, drop a little like on it. Also, subscribe if you're new to this channel. We welcome everybody in here who wants to get your opinions and thoughts in the live chat. So please do subscribe if you're new. And also click the bell icon like you are Quasimodo. Esmeralda, the bells, so you can get some notifications when we post and go live, which is pretty much every single day, guys. Well, it is every single day. Whenever there's news, we will get on and give you the latest updates. And at the moment, with the way the window's going, there should be a bit of news regularly from United anyway. So, okay, so just a quick rundown, and then we're going to get into the chat for a Q&A, everybody. So, United are confident Barca will lower the price for Frankie de Jong. These are reports from The Guardian. Also, Fabrizio Romano came out and basically suggested that, we're still in for de Jong. The negotiations are still taking place. Man United and Barca still in direct contact for Frankie de Jong. Deal's still on. His salary will be really huge next season. This is the main problem for Barca. 60 million euros plus 10 million euros bid turned down last week. Barca won 85 million fee. Frankie's still calm and waiting. So it's understood that they've already come down essentially in their own minds from 100 million euros to 85 now. But United want to pay somewhere close to the 70. They'll probably reach an agreement in the middle. And we might pay close to 60, 67 or 70 million pounds or even 73 million pounds. I could see us doing a deal for Frankie de Jong for that. So it's edging maybe a little bit closer, but there's still things it can fall down on. Wages, of course, and also things like interest from Frankie de Jong. Is he's truly prepared to come and play for Man United now? That's the thing. I think with Ten Hag being here, if he's pushed out by Barca, then it will be a formality, really, because I don't see anybody else coming in. There were reports from, like, oh, maybe Pep Guardiola at City's interested in him. That would have been shite, but I don't think that's materialising at this moment. But the longer we wait, and the longer we fanny around, and the more other players that maybe other teams miss out on, they might have to start looking at other targets. And as I say, United don't have Champions League football. Okay, so that update from Fab there, and also Ducker said that we were about 20 million euros apart with the valuation of these players, and Gerard Romero over in Spain suggested that United continues to raise the offer, and there's around about 70 million euro plus bonuses offer on the table now as well, but that's one of the only sources that suggests there has been an actual bid. Also, PSG are close to agreeing a deal for Vitinha, who is a player that was in the media anyway, linked to Manchester United. Reported now that Vitinha had, there's no bid, no talks, and not mentioned internally by Ten Hag. And also Mason Greenwood, bail hearing, it will be held private next Thursday, guys. Those are pretty much the big stories. Nothing too much to say, really. I'd love to say more. The biggest story really is that the Glazers are doing what the Glazers do. Shithouse Glazonomics. Slow, piss-poor, rubbish recruitment, and also not really having the best interest of us and just lacking that ambition already. It's clear for everyone to see. We all know what's going on here. We all know it's a farce and a joke. We all know the Glazers are just running this club down into the ground. And it's plain for everyone to see, guys. So, hashtag Glazers out. Let's get those green and gold emojis in there. I'm sick and tired of these tosspots. And if we can't get de Jong, then let's move on to somebody else, because it's just ridiculous that we're wasting all this time trying to bring one player in. And what frustrates me is, well, okay, even if we're working on the de Jong deal, we still got about 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 other positions that we have to strengthen. So why, in the name that is all that is fucking good and holy, are we not going out there and buying other players even while this de Jong deal is being negotiated? Have we only got one fucking guy? Have they got like Terry Tibbs in the back room there who's like, Barcelona, de Jong, talk to me, and he's just like, all right, I'll get off the blow out for you. Now we're going to go on to the next guy. Ajax, Timber, talk. If we only got, what's going on here, guys? We're a fucking huge club with hundreds of millions generated every single season. What the fuck's going on with this recruitment team? Why are they not able to do multiple deals at once and get different negotiations done? It's quite disgusting, really. I know what they're thinking. Well, maybe if we can't sign de Jong, then we're going to have to reallocate funds elsewhere, and that's going to be an issue. So they're trying to get their main marquee guy that Ten Hag wants. I understand what's going on, but at the same time, we could be going to get somebody else as well at the same time as this. It's just pathetic. Yeah, Derby player Nas 786, absolutely. Yep, Abue is being. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention that as well. He is being linked to us. I mentioned it a bit earlier, but just in the rundown here. And also, Abue is linked to Manchester United from Derby as well as a forward that could come in just to bolster some options as a backup, really. Right, I'm going to get in the live chat, everyone. So now it's time to have your say. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Make sure you smash the hell out of a thumbs up. Get in the Q&A now with your thoughts and opinions. Ask me anything you want, or just have your opinions and get your comments read out and get your thoughts in. And yeah, let's be having you, my friends. So yeah, I'm an Englishman, absolutely. Yeah, Lynette Giggs, I am the flying Englishman. Glazer grandkids are recruiting based on PlayStation attributes, says Grizzly Bear. Right, it seems they got to tick the commercial box before anything else. Yeah, Boomhouse says McTominay is box to box, so damn obvious. I just don't rate McTominay anyway, technically at all. Nice one, Rushmono, who says we got 190 likes. That's awesome. We're going to hit the 200, bebe. Cypher says Barca is playing United at the moment with the Jong deal. Better sign a young player and show them that we are not desperate for De Jong, and the next day we will get De Jong, says Cypher. Okay, interesting. I see what you mean. Like, just sort of act like you're not interested, like with play hard to get. We should concentrate on Richarlison now, says Madhouse. You really are in a madhouse, aren't you, mate? I don't want Richarlison, bro. Absolutely not. I think we could do better. Boomhauer, thank you, my friend. Okay, Amy Evans says, thoughts on Ronaldo wanting to leave? I think it's bollocks. Thank you, Amy Evans. Well, I've got that article up in front of me right now. I didn't talk about it in the stream because I personally think it is just what you said there. It's a bit of bollocks, isn't it? I mean, it's a report from La Repubblica, which is a publication. I'm guessing it's in Portugal. Is it? Let's go and have a look at it. But a publication that suggests that Ronaldo is currently considering leaving. It's Italian, actually. Sorry, it's Italian. So I think it's Italian anyway. But La Repubblica is reporting that Ronaldo is considering leaving Old Trafford before the end of the summer window. Basically, the report claims that because of the way that he feels that he's basically not included in Ten Hag's plans because of the fact that he's a pressing from the front type team, and also he's getting on a bit and stuff, and he apparently he said to George Mendes to be already looking for a potential new club, with Roma being touted as being his potential. A potential destination. I think it's just bollocks to me, guys. Also, Sporting Lisbon apparently is another destination for. I think it's bollocks. If those are the only two clubs that are coming in from as well, not being funny, but Roma and Lisbon, not being funny, but he would be better off staying at Manchester United, mate, in all fairness, for legacy, because I don't think, okay, Roma won the Conference League, but are they really going to be able to win the Serie A? And then Sporting Lisbon, okay, they probably can win the Portuguese league, but really, like, does anybody care? I mean, no disrespect, but what I'm saying. So there you go. I don't know. I think Ronaldo's going to stay at United, guys. I mean, let's ask the live chat. Do you think Ronaldo stays or goes? If a club like like Bayern Munich came in for him, I think he would have his head turned and he would strongly consider leaving. But unless that was the case, I don't really see him going to one of these other clubs. I could imagine that if Barcelona were to buy Lewandowski from Bayern and they've purchased him, and now they're without a striker, and they think, oh, who can we go and plug that 35, 40 goal in all competitions a season? Who can we plug that gap with players who are not that much money, and we can also sell a shitload of shirts at the same time and get that interest on us? Who can we go and get? Well, Ronaldo would be pretty much near the top of the list for me if I was a Bayern, football director or something, or somebody or part of the recruitment team there. I'd be suggesting Ronaldo because I'd be saying, well, he's playing in shitty Europa League and he's the Don, he's the Champions League GOAT of all time. He can add to his accolades at here. He can get another. We could convince him because he can get another cup. He could win another league in another country. Just imagine that if Ronaldo had trophies in England, Spain, Italy, and Germany. I mean, that would be GOAT-worthy status as well, added to it. So if he went to actually win at Bayern as well. I mean, it's an ambitious move. It's a legacy move. It's a career move. If that was to happen, I'm just putting it out there. If Bayern were prepared to come in, then yeah, I could actually see him wanting to go. But I think he's staying. Yeah, stay, says Ben. Stay, says Dean. Stay, says Ain Evans. Yeah, can't see Ronaldo leaving. I can't see him leaving either. He's come back for a reason. This is a project that's not over yet. It's only just got going. And it may well not work out necessarily with Ten Hag for Ronaldo at United. But I think it is going to more than likely do. It will. More than likely. You know why? Because he's just such a class act, and he's still a player that works super hard for the team. And he's also a player that is just physically fit as a fiddle even at 37. But also, like, Ten Hag's not really got a lot of options. Let's face it, Ronaldo's going to be the #1 guy at Man United this season. Like, we haven't really got a lot of options up there. We know that Greenwood is going through these legal issues. We know that Cavani left in the summer. We know that Darwin Núñez ended up going to Liverpool. We are linked with some forward players and some strikers, you know, people like Nkunku or Allah or, you know, loads of different players we're linked to. But realistically, are we going to go and get any of these players? I don't think we will in the forward position. I think we've got to strengthen in the midfield of the defence more so anyway. So I'd rather we did that. And then we've got Ronaldo up top there banging the goals. And as long as he stays fit most of the time, he'll score a shitload of goals in that team. If the team can play well with Ronaldo and behind Ronaldo, we could just get it all clicking. He's going to score a shitload of goals. He's the GOATest of all time. He proved that with what he did at United this season, even though we were absolutely shite. He was able to still perform to a good standard and score a lot of clutch goals and get hat-tricks and, you know, match-winning performances still at his age. So we know he can do it. It's just about feeding that guy and supporting that guy and having the right style and the right play to complement him rather than to hurt him. We need to feed Ronaldo and he will score. It's quite that simple. So I think, yeah, and he will get a big role, obviously, in the team this season because, well, he's the GOATest and we don't even have any other options up the top of the pitch. Martial will play back up, or Rashford may play back up, or we may get this young lad from Derby, I suppose, could have a hand, or we might see one of the youngsters given an opportunity. But really, Ronaldo's the #1 guy up there scoring the goals. So he's such a big player for us this season that, yeah, we're not going to want to let him go anywhere, I don't think, especially when we can't sign anybody. And at the end of the day, we've still got a contract with this guy. So unless we were prepared to sell him, so let's face it, if Bayern would have to, or whoever would have to put in a huge offer for him. But yeah, reports coming out that Ronaldo wants to go. I think it's bollocks as well, guys. There you go. I think it's raw bollocks. Okay, back into the chat. Let's see what your legends are saying. De Jong is Di Maria 2.0, so you think he just doesn't want to come to us, mate? He's being pushed out the door at Barca, and therefore we shouldn't touch him with a shitty stick. I feel what you're saying, man. I don't like the whole setup with this deal either. It's like we're just second best, mate. You know, we're second best for this guy. He wants Barca. It's his dream club. He said as much. He's happy there. He loves it. Okay, he's kept his cards close to his chest because I suppose he can't say, you know, he wants to leave in case the deal doesn't materialise. But the way he's been talking and the sort of overall vibe and what he said is that he's a Barca player. And it's always been his dream to play for Barcelona, and Man United is not his dream club. So from that point of view, you know, I don't even really want him. I've been going on about this summer long that, yes, I do want him from the point that he's one of the best players we can get at this moment in time, because he's a proper Champions League player in his prime, in his mid-20s, who's a baller, been playing for a big Champions League side, doing well over the last few seasons, and he's got that relationship with Ten Hag. So I do want him, guys, but at the same time, I'd rather somebody like Neves, who maybe could, you know, who's hungry and maybe he's ready to prove himself and step up to the next level. And he's got that Premier League experience also. Because there is a small chance that he is a bit of a Di Maria 2.0, where he comes in and I guess he's just not asked anymore. I mean, I doubt that's going to happen because he'll be 25 and he's still hungry. And he'll have Ten Hag there, which is a big plus point. Maybe if it was Ollie or somebody at the club and we were being linked and he's just coming because he's pushed off the diving board over there at Barcelona, then fair enough. But I think with Ten Hag here, he's going to develop him. He's going to get him playing well. He's going to get the best out of him. So I'm actually not too concerned with his effort levels or him coming in to just be another, you know, another loser. I'm not too concerned with that because I think he is a classy player and he obviously ticks things over for the Netherlands very well. And, you know, he's a big player for them. He could be a big player for us as well. So it's very possible that it happens, but it's just so frustrating how slow it is, and also how that he doesn't really want to come, because it seems like in his heart of hearts he's a Barca player. Wiggy says it could be a blessing in disguise if we miss out on De Jong and sign someone like Neves instead. Hey there, Ellie. Thank you for getting in tonight as well. She says, hello, like and subscribe, everyone. Thank you, Ellie. I hope you're good. And yes, please do smash that like and subscribe to the channel like Ellie says there, guys. Stuart Alderson says, Pig, is Ten Hag really going to stick with McFred and Maguire? They will cost him his job, says Stuart Alderson. No, I don't think so, mate. If he does, he's mental in the head. We've heard some reports that he would be prepared to give the likes of Maguire a chance. If he gives Maguire a chance and sticks him with the captaincy, I mean, I can't get behind that, guys. I just can't get behind that. I will think Ten Hag is somewhat incompetent straight away if he does that. He's got to rip the captaincy off of the slab and give it someone else. Statement straight away. Fair enough, you can have him around the squad. We did pay 80 mil for him, and he's not easily sold. No one wants that turd of a player. So he's not easily sold. So I get it if you've got to just manage him and have him in the squad, but he doesn't have to be your starter, and he doesn't have to be your captain. And you know, you can get him to fight for his place maybe, and maybe if he is a starter, take the captaincy off him anyway. You know, obviously get the captaincy gone from him. That way, maybe he can focus on being a player for us. Maybe he just can't live up to the captaincy. Yeah, Mark Harris, thank you so much, bro. He says if Neves is hungry, throw him a Frey Bentos. Exactly there, Mark Harris. Hey, Luke Shaw's got loads of those pies in his cupboard, mate. He will be happy to give Ruben Neves a few of those bad boys. Definitely, Marky Harris. Guys, can we get a fucking pie emoji in the live chat there for Mark Harris? Thank you, bro. We love a Frey Bentos we do around here. But anyway, so I agree with you. You know, if he's hungry, we want hungry players at United. Now, Ruben Neves, when he's playing for Wolves, he always seems very hungry, very committed. He's only 24 as well, right, this guy. So he's in his prime, coming to his prime. He should be only getting better now. He looks like he's about 35, but he's just coming to his prime of this mid-20s. So Ruben Neves is definitely a player that could improve over the years for United as well. He's got that Portuguese connection with the likes of Ronaldo, Dalot, and of course Bruno Fernandes. So that can only bode well. So I think, yeah, Ruben Neves ticks a lot of the boxes. Let's ask the live chat again very quick. Who would you rather, De Jong or Neves? I think De Jong's at a higher level, isn't he, right? Of course he is, because he's been playing for Barca. He's such a key player for the Netherlands as well. He seems like he's a higher stature player. He's a better player, if you ask me. But Ruben Neves is still a very, very good player, and he might be available for less money, and he doesn't have that whole baggage of not wanting to leave the club that he's at, maybe. De Jong says Noble. Ruben Neves is a very good player, says Naz. De Jong says chocolate salty balls. Thank you for the pie emojis there for Mark Harris. Neves says Scott Hutchinson. Neves says Pacer and Batman. You take Fellaini, says Palmarius at this rate. De Jong says Grizzly Bear. Neves says Robin. Neves, because Frankie de Jong doesn't want to come, says T-Mill. Yeah, that's it. Neves will be more hungry, says Nanette. Ghost says both. You see, that's what the answer should be. I agree on that, dude. It should be both, shouldn't it? Neves is Premier League proven. Exactly true as well. Neves, says Keshav. So it seems like a lot of people coming around to the fact that Neves would be maybe more make a little bit more of a sensible signing. Amy Evans says, Pig, would you be happy with Neves, Ericsson, Timber, and Antony? I mean, I would be, actually. Yes, I would be happy with that. I would be more happy if we were to get two proper midfielders that could play in the holding roles in midfield, like i.e. a De Jong and maybe a defensive-minded midfielder as well, more of a destroyer. Or, you know, if we could get like a De Jong to play the deep line playmaker role and then have maybe a more creative box-to-box, or not more, you know, more of an advanced player like a Tielemans or something like that would be great as well. So I don't really envisage Ericsson going and playing deeper in the team. I think he'll be a bit more advanced on the pitch. Like playing where Bruno sort of plays and occupying those roles and competing for those starting spots. But at the same time, you know, yeah, he's a great passer of the ball. I just think that we need to get two midfielders, really. Yeah. Neves is going to cost over 60 mil. Yeah, Amit Kumar, crazy money. Nobody has to sell in the Prem, mate. Neves and Tielemans, says Joe Snow. That's the one, isn't it? Neves and Tielemans would be so good, mate. And in terms of amount of money, couldn't you get both of them for 115 mil? Surely you could. 115, I said there, by the way. I think, you know, Neves probably is 60 mil, 55 mil, 55 mil. Tielemans probably 40, 45 because of his contract situation and the fact that Leicester next year will just not really get anything for him. Vuti says it's not what we want, it's what Eric Ten Hag wants. So if he wants De Jong, then De Jong it is for me. Hey, fair play to you, Vuti, mate. Proper standing by your man there. I love that. Good point. I mean, he obviously does want De Jong. He's not gone on to anybody else yet. We know that there's not been a bid table to the likes of Wolves for Neves yet from United or to Leicester for Tielemans. So we know that. We know we are working and negotiating on a deal with Barca, though. So you're spot on, to be fair, Vuti. I love that, mate. You're right. I mean, it's not really what we want. It is what Ten Hag wants. I'm just saying, though, from an outside point of view, if this guy doesn't truly want to come, and there's maybe another player who's got a Premier League proven experience and does want to come and maybe doesn't cost quite as much. I mean, we've got to look at some of the other options as well. If we can't agree a deal with him, we'll probably move on to somebody like Neves, though. Tony and Rico will dangle you from the building, Daniel Levy, unless you give me all the players that I want. I don't know why I've turned into a Dracula now, but you know what I mean? Like, that's the sort of vibe I'm getting from him. He's like the Godfather in there. He's dangling Levy over the side of the fucking stadium and stuff. He's got his henchmen in there, and it's gangster mafia vibes going on at the club, mate. That's why he's able to get the business done. Oh, we're buffering, are we? Wiggy says we're buffering. Eddie says we're buffering. Oh, nightmare. Don't know what's going on there, folks. Nightmare. Okay, we're frozen, are we? Oh, no, I don't know what's happened there, folks. Guys, smash a 1 if you can hear me okay. Smash a 2 if we're broken, like Man United's fucking recruitment team. Let me know. Smash a 1 if we're okay. Smash a 2 if you're struggling to hear or see me. Okay. Nice one, guys. Oh, we're all good. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Not too sure what happened there, folks. But anyway, thank you so much for letting us know, though. Thank you so much for letting us know. I'm just going to stick on here for a couple more minutes, folks. Just a few more minutes. So get your thoughts and opinions in finally about anything we discussed. De Jong, the Glazers, you know, Neves, etc. Let's hear your thoughts. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. And I'll stick around a little while longer. Nice one, Dizzy Red Devil. And by the way, we're doing FIFA tonight, guys, at 11:30. So we'll be back on at 11:30-ish for the FIFA stream. Foot Champs, Friday Night Foot Champs. Don't go anywhere, guys, because we'll be back on the channel later. John O'Connor, what's going on, bro? Harry Maguire, says Brandon. Jamie said, Pete, do you think United fans think they can have anyone like the old days? Because let's be honest, the club itself isn't as valuable. It's no longer worthy to play for the club. Jamie Todd, I don't think any United fan thinks that we can get anyone like the old days, to be fair. None of us do, because we can't. We literally can't. I mean, all the top players are going to other clubs. Erling Haaland's gone to City. Robert Lewandowski's going to, Barca potentially. I mean, there's other teams that are doing business. Darwin Núñez went to Liverpool instead. So these things are, you can't ignore them. You can't deny them. We're missing out on players. We don't have the same might or the same power in the transfer window. We used to have massive power before the Glazers were around. We used to have massive power in the transfer window because football was a bit of a different game then as well in the Premier League. There wasn't as much, there wasn't as much TV money for a lot of the lesser clubs. So, like, nowadays it's much more of a level playing field, which is great. I'm all for it, guys. But back in the early 90s or the 90s, it's like the commercial entity that was Manchester United could just way out compete a team like, I don't know, Norwich City or something like that, or a team like Brighton, or a team like, of course, you just go and knock on their door and say, here's the money, you're going to take it because you can't get any more than that, and you've got no option, you're not getting any money anywhere else. So, that's basically how it was. But now it's like everybody gets given £100+ million every single season, and nobody really has to sell to the same degree. There's so much money in the game for all of the teams in the Premier League now that nobody really has to sell their top talents as much. And unless you're one of the top clubs that can really convince these players to go for winning things, it's much more difficult to get them. So, yeah, times have changed, sadly. Was it a Farmers League 20 years ago? Definitely not, Madhouse. It was the best time in football, if you ask me, was the 90s and the early noughties and the noughties. I mean, okay, maybe now with Pep's teams and stuff, and Klopp's teams, they're very, very good, of course. They're amongst the best teams that there's been. But you look at those old United and Arsenal teams of the 90s and the noughties. I mean, some of the best teams in the history of the game, mate, in my opinion. Both of them really. Obviously, Man United's teams under Fergie were way up there, but even those Arsenal teams were massive. But I mean, yeah, it used to be. There was, of course, Man United versus Arsenal in the 90s was a big thing. And then, of course, Chelsea and Jose Mourinho came along, and that was a big thing. And then it's been like City has been the club, obviously, that has come in recently, and now Liverpool have got back. Hey, thank you for your super chat, Marky Harris Pro. Another one. He says, Eland liposuction. Eland liposuction will flop at Oil FC. Right. Fuck Pep Drub. Okay. I think I know what you mean there, Mark. Is that autocorrect there, Mark Harris? Why are you shouting at me, Mark Harris? What's with the caps lock, bro? But anyway, no, pretty funny though. I'm pretty sure he meant Erling Haaland. And it says Ilano liposuction. Nice one. Okay, so Grizzly Bear says Klopp was quick to get Núñez. Absolutely, yeah. Ambition, mate. They've paid the money. They've got their man. They've got the size. They don't even care about the fee, really. It's huge money. They've paid too much. They paid 15, 20 million too much for that guy. But guess what? Is it effective in getting who they want? Yeah, they've got who they want, and they've shown that ambition, and they've done it now. So from that point of view, they're happy, aren't they? United are still scratching around, still trying to save a few million quid rather than actually getting a deal done. Kira Wijaya says, United love the social media sensation. They will make United the biggest club in social media. It will affect the income value from sponsorship if they get a lot of engagement. They have a plan. Yeah, they do definitely look at these commercial and these social media FC type vibes, mate, these days. You really do hope United sign some quality players? Yes, JB. Well, we're definitely going to sign some players. The quality is the big question mark, though. Let's hope De Jong's coming in and he actually wants to come. Also, Klopp knew Mane was going. They've got half the money back already. Yeah, knick-knack. And they've already replaced. They got Luis Diaz in, and now they've got Darwin Núñez in. I know they've already replaced. I mean, you can't argue with their recruitment. I was looking at how much they spent over the years, and it is a lot less than United. So right now, do you believe you'll ever see United back to how they played in the 90s, says Jamie Todd? One day, mate. Football's goes in cycles. One day, mate. Especially if those shithouses like City, if their owners do one. Because the moment that happens, they're such a gash club. They probably would just go back to being a fucking championship team. And you see teams like Chelsea with what's happened with them recently, with their owner Roman Abramovich, who made a mockery of the game of football when he first came in, spunking money left, right and centre, buying Chelsea's success with dirty oil money that's been basically just laundered into the country and put for a football club, if you ask me. Since that's changed, we might see a period of downfall for Chelsea at some point in the future as well. Once there's a balance that will be readdressed at some point. What you cannot deny about Man United is that we have the greatest support in the world, and that you can't compare the likes of Manchester City with Man United in terms of the supporters and how many there are of us, how passionate there are of us. It's truly a global football club, is Manchester United. So that will never stop. It's a shame that, I guess, the newer generation growing up are watching the likes of Manchester City win all this silverware and play the nicest football and that kind of stuff, and Liverpool and these teams. So maybe in 20 years' time that won't be the case. But certainly my generation knows what epic, huge club Man United is, and we will be back to where we belong at some point. My honest belief is we won't ever get back there until we change ownership. It's like Newcastle with Mike Ashley. I don't think Newcastle were ever going to get to be in a team challenging for European places or a team challenging for the league. God damn it! With Mike Ashley as their chairman. But as soon as he's gone now, and they've got new owners who are prepared to invest and have that ambition, the sky is more or less the limit for Newcastle over the period of a few years. It really is, because they've got a great support there. That's one of the most important things. They have actually got a very good fan base, a very loyal fan base. They're packing out 40k looking attendance in the championship, for Pete's sake, a week. So they've definitely got a fantastic support base there, and they are a big club in the old sense of the word, and they're also, they've got potential. So because of that, now the shackles have been taken off. Now the freedom is there for them to actually go on and challenge for things over the next few years. I'm not going to say they're going to break into those top four this season, no. But I think over the next 5 seasons, you will see Newcastle transition from being that terrible Mike Ashley shackled club to now being a true contender in the Premier League, because they've got owners who are ambitious and have spent the money and are prepared to compete and buy quality players and get a good manager. They've got a good manager. And they seem to actually want to make the team better. So they want to actually win. That's their ambition. It's like, yeah, they've bought this club. They want to win. Whereas it seems like our owner's ambition is sort of like Mike Ashley's. Doesn't really want to win. They just want to milk the club. They want to use it as a big fat billboard. They want to whore it out to all different, any sponsor or company they could possibly get. They want to siphon money out the football club. They want to take dividends out the football club. They want to keep the club languishing in debt and even add more debt to it, just because they don't care about it. It's a money cash cow for them. So it's different. We're on totally different ends of the spectrum. We're on that Mike Ashley end of the spectrum, when really we want to be on that new end of the spectrum where we've got the ambition to compete. So that's what it's come down to, guys. We'll probably never get back to being that swashbuckling team that we were in the 90s or the noughties until those Glazers are out. Hashtag Glazers out. We've got 319 legends in here right now. Wow. Guys, smash that thumbs up button. Let's get 250 likes. Also, if you're new, guys, smash that subscribe. If you've got public subscribers on, your name will flash up on the screen and we'll say welcome in to the channel. And also, we're on here every day giving you the latest updates, so please do smack that like and subscribe. Thank you, Rush. He says, well said, Pig. I appreciate that, man. Nas says, who's your source, Piggy, in regards to what, Nas786? We've got obviously a bunch of different sources depending on the different deals. We just really look at the main reputable sources, and of course I've got some people close to the club, such as Mr. Rush Marno in the live chat, who's a transfer specialist, my son, who's the transfer specialist of the show, who's a season ticket holder at United and is got lots of great contacts and keeps me informed with all some inner goings on and inner workings of this football club. So I've got some personal sources, but also there's all the sources that everybody else has as well, like people like Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein, or whoever. There's lots of different people, but I look for the reputable ones. That's for sure. Nice one, Dabo. Yeah, Rufus with $100 Vindaloo and no toilet paper. Pretty much that's it. All mouth, no trousers, my friend. Jarvis Cocker says, Pig, you should start a Glazers Out fan channel. The 1958's YouTube equivalent. It would give you 100k followers in a jiff. It's not actually a bad shout, is it, Jarvis? I like your style. Callum Karen, what's going on, bro? Yes, mate, get in there. Keshav says, Amazon is our new source, says Keshav Chandang Singh. Will United win the league before your hair turns grey? I'm already turning grey, mate. I don't know if you can see, but there's a couple of strands, bro. I'm already turning grey, man. Hey, Gregor, what's going on, Gregor? Welcome in, boss. Vitinha, yeah, 100%. It's not a bad idea, is it? Make a little fan channel. Not a bad idea, mate. Glazers Out fan channel. I like your style. Not bad shout. Yeah, Rushman is a don, man. Yeah, fair play, Madhouse. Well, it's just reports are... You can only report on what's actually taking place. You know, you said Romano's beginning to bore you. Well, Madhouse, to be fair on Romano, like, he said basically the same what he said a few days ago, but he can only report on what's actually going on. That's what a good journalist should do. They shouldn't, you know, if it's slow, it's slow. If it's slow, it's slow. I mean, he's certainly reporting on a lot of other business that's being done by other clubs. Do you know what I'm saying? But in regards to United, there just isn't really anything much more to say other than what he said. Thank you very much, Dabos. It's good to see your channel growing, Pig. You deserve it. Thank you so much. Long hair, says Lynette Giggs. It is getting there, isn't it? I mean, I could show you shall I show you what I'm rocking with, guys? Shall I? Let's show you what I'm rocking with, guys. My name is Edison Cavani, and I'm from Uruguay. Hang on. This is what I'm rocking with, guys. Fucking hell. That is serious right now, guys. It's serious right now. You know what it is? It's Piggy's last stand, because I'm starting to recede. I'm going to go bald one day. My old man was bald in his 40s. I'm going to go bald in my 40s, I reckon. I'm starting to recede bad. And so what I'm doing is it's a last stand. It's my last stand to get as much hair on my head as possible before it's all gone. Psycho Exos, is De Jong coming? Well, Outlook says maybe. Outlook looks good, you know. But in fairness, it depends on the two clubs. At the moment, we know they're apart on their valuation, mate. That's the reality. So difference in valuation. Barca want a little bit too much. United want to pay a bit less. It's understood right now. United are on the verge of making another bid. So here's an update from Fab there if you want to read that. You need to be in an advert for Pig Aftershave, says Jeanette. Grow your hair until United win the league. Fucking hell, I will literally be like Rapunzel by the end of this fucking decade, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'll be like Rapunzel. Awesome, says Joe Snow. Pocahontas brother, says Keshav. Lord Reptar says, Pig, as much as I despise Ashley as a businessman, he kept turning us a profit. Glazers just... Okay, fair enough. I mean, he did do some good things for you. I'm not saying he didn't. But also, it was just like a big billboard for you. He may have kept you afloat and, you know, solidified the finances of the club, and that's absolutely true. You are right. But in terms of taking a big club like Newcastle to where they perhaps should be with the ambition, I don't think he really did. I mean, there was a time when he did have a bit of ambition. He was spending a bit of money, but it all seemed to wane pretty quickly, and then he just do a bare minimum. But you can't deny that their current owners are going to have more likeliness of getting Newcastle to where they want to be. Piggy Cavani says, who are you? Rusty says, no doubt Barca United will meet in the middle for Frankie de Jong. I think so too. I think £70 million, nice one. Job's a good one. Account CB says, we've got to keep Ronnie and give Eric Ten Hag 5 years, plus everything around Ten Hag must change. Well, he may well get 5 years if he's progressing well and doing well and winning things. Within 2 or 3 seasons, he's going to have to get some silverware at a club like United. We demand it. And it won't necessarily be his fault if he doesn't, but I'm just saying that's what the reality is. A manager does have to come in and turn things around. Thank you, Lord Reptile. Woody says, one deal takes so long, it's a joke. We could be wrapping up other positions. Definitely. Even if we're negotiating with De Jong and that's taking time, we should have Timber and Antony or some of these other guys done already as well. Nice one, Rush. He says, we've got 234 likes. I know, it's Gash Pogo Gamer, mate. It's a disgrace, isn't it? Yeah, the recruitment team's a debacle. Thank you, Lord Reptile. Thank you, Nas. Hey there, Rajat Valacia. Hey, Rush Mono says, we've got 234 likes on the stream. I'm pretty much going to have to wrap this up in a second, guys. Eric will get 5 months Arteta in by Christmas, says Mark Harris. Have you been possessed by the body of Zayn Miassi? Nice one, Mark. Paulo Dybala, I mean, he's a mercenary. Out of push, if we can't get anybody out of push, but he's a mercenary, mate. Thank you, Jarvis. Thank you, Rajat. Who are ya? Rushmano, Pogo, and everyone. Guys, we're going to wrap the video up there. There's the latest news. There's the latest update. Maybe a bid coming in for Manchester United very soon. A second bid for De Jong. That's the reports. Hopefully it's true. Hopefully we can get this guy in soon. And thank you very much to Joshua Jerry for subscribing to the channel there, mate. If you're new, do what he's done before you go and smash that subscribe button, everybody, because we are on here every single night, giving you the latest news and the latest rundown of all the United goings on with transfers, etc. And we cover all the breaking news when it happens too. We do it in a no bullshit way. There's no clickbait guff around here, folks. We give you the latest updates as and when they happen. So if you enjoy the format, if you enjoy the show, show your support by firstly dropping that like, secondly hitting that subscribe button so you do get aboard the Bacon Express for future videos, and click that bell icon so you receive notifications for when we post live as well. And if you want to join the Discord, where we've got a transfer section and also, a meme section, a Rate My Team section for FIFA and some other random stuff, follow the Discord. Just put an ! Discord in the live chat. If you want to follow the social media accounts, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at Flying Pig United. Also, the website is unitedflyinghigh.com. Thank you, Rajat. Thank you, Account CB, Random Stuff, Dizzy, Naz, Vuti, Stephen Carr, Stuart Allison. See you later, my son. Random Stuff, Corey Murphy, Pogo, Kieran, Corey, Madhouse, Jarvis, Vuti. Sorry if I missed anyone there, but everyone, thank you so much for watching this stream. Make sure you like and subscribe and support the show. We're on our way to 60,000 subscribers. I just want to thank you to everybody in this community who comes and watches and gets your thoughts and opinions in and chats with us. You're a bunch of legends. Have a great night, guys. We're actually going to be back in about, 50 minutes or somewhere around there. I'm going to set a FIFA stream up for 11:30 p.m. or maybe 20 past 11, somewhere about there. So keep a lookout. I'll be back on this channel in 45 minutes time or so with a cheeky little FIFA stream. So keep your eyes peeled. Click the bell so you get notified, and we'll be back talking footy and playing FIFA and smashing up fools a bit later on. Thank you very much, Viking Red, Pogo, Wiggy, Hootman, West Brom, Don, Pogo, everybody. Thank you for watching. Front of Filias as well. Pogo, yep, we're doing a FIFA stream later in about 45 minutes, so we'll see you then. Thanks for watching, guys. That's the end of the show. Come back after it's finished. It doesn't finish there. Come back and get your thoughts in the not live comments once this video is finished, and you can keep the debate going there with the Bacon Brigade and the legends in this community. Fucking come on, United, sort your bloody lives out. What an embarrassing gastastic window. I'm disgusted by this. Hopefully we can get a deal done soon for Jong, though, and take some of the pressure off and have something to look forward to. And then the real business starts to address all the other areas of the team. Sort it out, for fuck's sake. United's recruitment team is a shambles, and we've had enough. Hopefully some good news to report tomorrow, guys. There bloody better be. See you soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great night. Back in a bit. Have a good one. And come on, United. Soon.